Good evening, metalheads and hardcore kids.
Welcome to Metal to the Core, a podcast
about
metalcore,
deathcore,
hardcore,
and so much more.
I kind of like this intro. It's funny. That's staying. Whatever. We are your hosts. I'm Kevin to the Core, and here with me is
Fliest.
That's right. So we were just off air talking. Well, we were talking for a long fucking time because it came out for dinner.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I had 6 chicken wings and cheese bread.
But yeah, so we were talking about like what the fuck happened to us last week. Mostly my fault, but because it was your bachelor party the weekend before, and we were talking about where we went. We went to Vegas. I believe we said that last episode.
We probably did. Yeah, we really fucked up. We should have said it.
So we are gonna get to that now, but right now, what you guys are listening to at the bumper music, we want to thank Michigan's "Assume Nothing." The song is "Signs of Misery." Very emo ass title. I have to give them that, and even "Assume Nothing." That's actually kind of a cool name. I'll give them that too. A kind of a typical American post-hardcore band. More up your alley, Felix, than mine. But I have to admit, I really like the screams, and I like how the music ebbs and flows and whatnot. I think the harmony is really cool. I think that's where they really, really stick out. For being a band that I've not heard of before, and actually having a couple of songs, it's not low quality. Like, they sound good production and stuff. You're hearing it now. Again, the band is Assume Nothing. The song Signs of Misery. What do you think of it?
It's very synthy. Brings you back to early 2014.
Since is mostly in the beginning.
Yeah, mostly the beginning, but I like it. You know, I like how they got a very early The Word Alive type of vibe in there.
Yes.
You know,
but a little bit more melody.
Yeah, because The Word Alive was really trying to find themselves
more melody,
own,
and I think the screams are less metalcore and more leaning on the hardcore screams.
Yeah, and which is fine. I dig them. Look, I like Detroit. I like Michigan. I fuck with the Dirty D. So I'll give them that. I liked it. Assume Nothing, Signs of Misery. You know, I'll play it.
I dig it.
I recommend it.
So yeah, so if it's up your alley, of course, like I said, like kind of typical American post-hardcore, but with really cool tendencies on the more melody aspect, especially. It seems like, I think I saw the music video, I think it's like the typical scenario of like the bassist doing the clean singing, which isn't bad, and it's not that type that you hate, that like where the music kind of slows down. I think the music ebbs into it where it becomes more melodic, but it's still hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, like, I hate to compare everything to As I Lay Dying, but they do it right. So that's going to be the threshold that I, absorb for this description. Again, gonna shit all over Era. They really always change and shift the way that the clean vocals are gonna be, and they shift the song to it. You don't have to do that. You can just kind of power through it. As I Lay Dying does it fantastically. There's been a number of countless other bands that do it well too. So I don't think it's something that you have to do. But if you are gonna go that route, don't change the whole fucking song about it. Just add it and move on.
I'm with you. So yeah, thank you, Assume Nothing, for the bumper music. Again, the song is Signs of Misery. I believe they're coming out with a new song.
Wait, you believe or did you assume? Because don't assume.
I'm assuming.
Assume nothing.
I like that. But yeah, so that's the bumper music. Check them out. We're going to play the song again at the end. So what we were going to talk about, Vegas. So Vegas, after last episode, we went to Vegas for Felix's bachelor party.
Sure.
It was a fucking blast. Unfortunately, I literally got sick the day or two before we left. So in Vegas, and being that we're both from South Florida, Vegas is colder than here, obviously. Anywhere else is fucking colder than South Florida. I got worse in Vegas.
It was 60-something.
Right.
And at night, I think it was like the 50s.
One of the main things of whenever I get sick, Felix, and I think you know that, well, since you know me since high school, the main thing that always happens when I get sick, the first thing to go is my voice.
Yep.
I lose my voice because I always tend to get something wrong with my throat. I tend to get like a dry cough and shit. So I can't talk for too long. That's why we couldn't podcast. Even worse, I needed to rest it because, and this is news to you, Felix, I had a respiratory infection.
Oh, shit.
So on top of it being horrible for me to keep talking and keep working the voice, and besides that, I lost it. I was highly contagious. So, right.
Fuck you, man.
Right. So
Jesus.
So luckily we did not record. Which is, to your point again off air, you're surprised that you didn't get sick.
Yeah, I'm over here like thanking my lucky stars. I shared a room with this asshole for 2 nights.
2 nights.
And it was like an hour.
We did everything together, though.
Yeah, like we were like hand in hand the whole time. And miraculously, I come back home and I'm fine. And everyone I know is like with the flu, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong or right? And to this day, I'm still not sick. However, I keep mentioning this shit. I feel like a big one's coming. You know what I mean? I feel like, watch, I'm mentioning it so much. I'm jinxing it. Everyone's going to be fine. I'm going to be like fucking under the covers dying.
So I want to get through this Vegas trip with you, and I know our listeners are going to get a big kick out of it. So you come pick me up early Friday morning.
I want to say it was like 4 in the morning?
4:20, 4:30.
4:20, that.
Yeah.
Let's go with 4:20.
Because you had picked up at least like 3 other guys.
Yeah, I had a Jeep full of niggas.
Yeah.
Full.
So you had picked me up, I think last, and then we met the last 3 at the airport.
Yep.
Yeah. So already from when you picked me up, you even told me like, yo, you don't look good.
Yeah, everyone in the car was like, the vibe before we picked up Kevin was party. We're going to get to Vegas. You're going to party more. And then we're going to be a great time. Kevin got in the car. You know that episode of SpongeBob when he gets the suds?
Yes.
That was Kevin.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we're not going to party.
Yeah, that morning was difficult. But I mostly blame because I went to sleep late packing and then woke up, fucking 4, early as shit to go to the head of the airport. So then now, one of the worst flight experiences I've ever had in my fucking life.
We flew Spirit, for those asking.
We flew Spirit, and Spirit is fucking shit. 5 hours from South Florida to Vegas. I don't travel much, which is funny. I've been to quite a few places, but that's only in recent memory. Like in the past, maybe 5 or 6, maybe hell, even 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
So I haven't really traveled much. You travel way more than me. Mm-hmm. So I did not know to expect Spirit not to even give you drinks for free. And I didn't expect them like that there would be no TVs. Like I was expecting. I brought my Bose headphones, good headphones. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna connect them and watch a movie or whatever. And no, not even a screen on the fucking flight.
Everyone that we were traveling, there was 7 of us. There was 8 of us in total, and all 7 were looking at Kevin when he made that comment. Like, no, that's not how Spirit works.
Yeah, this
is bear fare, baby. You get in the flight, you buckle up, and you shut the fuck up, and then we'll get you to your destination. There was no complimentary peanuts, complimentary headphones.
Nothing.
As a Cuban might say, ni pinga. You have a paja and a prayer, and you get on with it. That's the way that Spirit rolls. So
yeah, that was awful. Fucking 5 hours of bored out of my mind. I tried to just like listen to podcasts or whatever the fuck. You guys kept trying to fall asleep.
Yeah, I took two ZZ Quills to the dome and knocked out for like 2 hours.
I took a melatonin. Didn't do shit because I'm an idiot listening to chatter. Of course, it's going to keep me up.
Right, because you want to keep interesting.
And then the worst part is like I think at some point I ran out of podcasts, so I had nothing to do for like the remaining like 2 hours.
You just stared at the cockpit like an angry person.
Yeah, so I just put music. I just started listening to it, which is what we're going to be reviewing today, the Burials album. So I was like, whatever, I'll just fucking listen to this apparently, whatever. So then when we got to Vegas, I can't remember what happened when we got there.
Well, we were in a fucking Hummer.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The first thing we did, we went to Hash House and Go-Go. We checked in. Some of the idiots in our thing couldn't check in because they had an issue with their room or whatever. So everyone checked in, but these 2 retards. And then we go back to the room, we drop off our shit, have a couple drinks, then we meet up for breakfast.
Because over there we lost time.
Yeah, exactly. So we lost 3 hours. For 3 hours?
Yeah, we flew for 5
hours, yeah.
Lost 3.
Yeah.
No, gained 3. Because it went back.
Exactly. And then the problem is always on the way back to Miami.
Yeah, because we lose 3.
That shit comes.
Yeah, so where we're thinking all hungry for lunch, it's just barely 10.
Yeah.
It was like on the dot.
Exactly.
So the only things open were like breakfast places. Stuff. So we ate at Hatch Go-Go at our hotel, which was dope.
I liked it.
Especially for me being on this fucking wedding diet for the first time having
I think Kevin
fried
had the most
chicken.
Fun out of everyone just eating.
Yeah, hell yeah. Even though I was fucking sick. But, hey, I powered through that and I made sure I did every activity you wanted to do.
That's right. Guy's a fucking champ.
What was planned that first day?
Well, the first day we went shooting. Then we went axe throwing.
Yeah, we did the shooting, which again I've never done before either. So a lot of firsts for me on the trip.
That's good. I really like that.
For being an American, I've never held the gun. Yeah. I've never really cared to. And after doing it, I'm like, yo, that was cool.
I'm taking you shooting with me now.
That was fun.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad.
It's intimidating.
Fuck yeah, it's the best. It feels like a third cock.
Especially that, like, it wasn't like regular shooting. Like, they just give you a pistol and that's all you have. No, it was like a package. So they give you a pistol, semi-automatic, and then another semi-automatic that shoots even faster.
Right, yeah.
So it was crazy.
For any gun enthusiasts listening to the podcast today, Kevin shot 9mm, I think it was a Taurus. He shot M4,
and an MP5
assault rifle, and an MP5 fully automatic assault rifle. I shot a Colt 1911, AK-47.
The AK-47. I saw you jigging.
Yeah, that shit was awesome, and an M4. And it was all like, I want to say 20 rounds each for the most part.
That was crazy.
We had a fucking blast. We had a blast.
And then we got to go around on the Army.
Yeah, on the tank.
Like
the tank, but like
I believe I posted it. I actually want to post that on the metal.
You should totally do it, dude.
Yeah, just so
the
people
bros.
know how the fuck we look.
Yeah, the bros. And
we
you guys will be shocked. It's a face reveal.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it looks like?
It won't be a deep fake.
No.
Deep face?
Deep fake? Deep fat?
Ew.
I know. Getting weird with it, man.
After the shooting, we did...
After the shooting...
Man, to me, the first day is such a blur.
Well, we were all drinking and...
A lot.
We walked. We walked most of Vegas.
Yeah,
most of the strip. We went from the Stratosphere all the way to the Venetian. And it was Pride Week, ladies and gentlemen, which was amazing.
And we were a group of guys.
Yeah, a group of nice, good-looking, hairy, very well-smelling group of guys. And,
loud Hispanics.
Very loud. But yeah, we had a good time, and then Saturday is when we did most of the meeting.
But wait, but right after the shooting, that's like after
we
that.
Did the axe throwing.
After the shooting?
Yep. Oh, we went to the brewery. We went to some bullshit brewery, which it was all IPAs. Remember? And then that's when George found the Gorgeous George.
Yeah. So after the shooting, we had the brewery.
Mm-hmm.
It was whatever.
Yeah.
We have better breweries down here in South Florida. And then, then around the corner, because that was what, the old strip?
That was old Las Vegas. That was Fremont. And then from there,
we went to the axe throwing.
If you guys have never thrown axes before,
amazing.
We spent, I want to say it was a good hour and a half almost, just in that place, throwing shit against the wall. And it was 8 of us.
And it was amazing.
And we all had a great time.
Yeah.
Like, to some people there, that was probably the highlight of the trip. Just because it was just so cool to do.
Yeah. You know? It was, I think, one of the cheaper activities that we did, but the most fun because it was all 8 of us together.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us had a good amount of skill level of throwing shit at the wall.
Pretty much. I mean, we're men.
as if we all had Monster Energy drinks in our system.
I mean, I did have a White Claw.
We did.
I did have a few White Claws, actually. I think you remember you buying me one.
Yeah.
And then my other cousin.
I did buy more. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember being very clawy.
Yeah. So the excellent was fun. We ended it with throwing the spears.
That's right.
That was cool.
That was fucking dope. Surprisingly, the axe throwing, the first one, I couldn't hit. Right. The first time I tried it, couldn't hit. First time I tried the spear, fucking right in the
Of course.
So
because you look like a native anyways.
Exactly. And then we went to White Castle for the first time.
Ew.
Biggest piece of shit I think I've ever
for those of you on the West Coast that probably frequent White Castle often,
fuck that.
I don't know how any of you do that.
How do you live with yourself?
Yeah.
In and out is so much better, and we'll get to that in just a second.
Yeah. So White Castle was not the best.
Not the best situation.
Yeah, not the best.
Actually, it left me. It ruined my appetite for dinner because it left me so feeling so nasty and gross. It was not.
Yeah, was that the night that we went to the comedy club?
That was supposed to be the night we go to the comedy club, and then we got there late.
Yes, that's the walk.
Yeah, and then we did the walk.
Jesus.
Yep.
Fuck, that's such an eventful Friday.
No, and it was nonstop.
Yeah.
So when I tell you that, we got there, we didn't take a nap or whatever. I think we took a 2-hour nap, 1 hour nap.
That day we did. We needed.
Yeah, we had to. It was just bam, 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 one after another, one after another, and then.
Yeah, so we got to the comedy late. We got to wait till late. So then we were like, okay, fuck it, we'll come Saturday. And then we left.
We just fucking left.
We left and we left walking like idiots after taking Ubers for the rest of the fucking weekend. And we went walking, and my dumbass, because I went in nice shoes, not in walking shoes. And we walked 40 minutes in 50-degree weather, and again, that's a lot for South Floridians.
This guy's fucking sick,
and I'm sick, which I ended up with a respiratory infection. And I mostly blamed that night.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So yeah, we got to the Venetian, tired as fuck. We walked that whole hotel casino, ended up at
Grand Lux Cafe.
Grand Lux Cafe. That's where we ate super late dinner, like at like midnight.
I would argue say it was like 1 o'clock.
Maybe. Yeah, but I think by the time we were all eating, it was 1.
Yeah. We pounded through those breads.
Yeah, and then thank God from there we did not walk back. We Ubered back. So then the next day was the eventful one because that's when we had the ATV.
We had the ATV early in the morning.
Yeah, the ATV tour in like, the desert, which was to me okay. That was so cool, but super difficult for me because I've never I have done that before but on flat terrain in Costa Rica.
Okay,
my fiance is Costa Rican, so I've done that in like muddy land that's flat, maybe full of like grass and stuff, but never full of rocks going up and down, fucking sand. Yes, that's where you get stuck. Yes. So that shit was really crazy.
And it was crazy because Kevin was in front of my cousin, which was in front of me. And the whole time, Kevin was just riding the brake. And my cousin in front of me was just like, fuck you, bro. Send it, dude. And it was like, no, man, I don't want to.
It's just right.
Because it was scary, man.
Because they were saying ride the brake when you're going down. And then going down is so intimidating.
It was steep as fuck.
Yeah.
Because we're known for flat stuff. So we don't think of it that much, But over there, it was just like mountains of sand. And the sand is just not that stable. It's not as sturdy as you would think. You know what I mean? So it was pretty sketchy to say the least.
So then after that, we did probably your favorite activity of course.
I think so. And by the way, there was no intention of doing this at all. It was kind of spur of the moment. Kevin mentioned that he want, for me to consider it, but I was like, it's too much money, We rode, actually, I want to get the name right of this place. Exotic Rentals Las Vegas, is that?
I think so.
I think, if I'm not getting the name right, I apologize. But, excuse me.
So it's near the ATV tour in the desert.
It was like 10 minutes away. Yeah.
So
and we were pretty remote already.
So it's this 1.6 long racetrack where you can literally choose exotic, fast cars and just go.
Just go.
You rent them and you get 5 laps by default. You pay for one more. You get a secondary one. Mm-hmm. So we got 7 laps, all of us. Not all of us, but the majority of the group that went with us. Right. So what was the car that you did again?
I did Lamborghini Hurricane Performante.
And I did the Mercedes AMG GTR.
That's right.
That was amazing.
Can we upload these videos to...
That's just funny.
We should probably do that.
Yeah.
Or at least like a clip or something. I think people need to see this.
Because this is hilarious.
Yeah. It was... First of all, the experience was amazing.
Yeah.
But I think the look on our faces says it all.
Yeah, because we're going 100 to 120 miles per hour on this 1.6 mile long
full of turns, full of turns, like a bunch of crap,
crazy apexes.
Yeah. Oh, let's just say we walked out of there ready to like tear up Gran Turismo.
Yeah. So the story that you already know, but I know the listeners will get a kick. I'm not one for speed. Like I'm not a car guy. I don't care.
Kevin doesn't have the need for speed.
Right. So when we were there in the lot looking through all the cars, you and the cousins and stuff like that, we're all going to like the Ferraris, the McLarens. What else?
There's a GTR, there's a Porsches.
Right, the Porsches. So like, I didn't care much for that, especially all the uncomfortable ones that you like the McLarens. Yeah, they're super uncomfortable. I'm tall. I don't want to lay down and like be hitting my head, especially that they give us helmets. Mm-hmm. So the one that caught my eye was a Mercedes. I'm a big fan. I'm mostly into tech, and I really like luxurious things way more than speed and whatnot, and muscle and all that shit. I'm more of a tech guy, and again, luxury. So I saw the Mercedes and reminded me of the car that I had seen in Billions. And I think you have already passed that point because I think you're watching the show too, mm-hmm. where he test drives like some rare Mercedes. So the AMG reminded me of that one. I don't know if you know. Do you know if that's the same car?
No.
Oh, it's not.
It's similar.
Okay, yeah, it looks really similar.
There was only, 4 in the world or something, and Mark Cuban was in there.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll take 2.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Fucking Billions. But yeah, so that's like from that show. So then when I saw the AMG, the Mercedes AMG, I'm like, I want that, and even more so, it was gold. Goddamn,
it was
green.
The color of your yeah.
Green. It was green, which I love. That's one of my favorite colors, if not my favorite color. And then I got inside. I'm like, this is it. This is the one I'm going to ride. So then I remember when I was walking to my instructor, because you get instructors. When I walked to my instructor, he goes, hey, whatever. Nice to meet you, this and that. Do you have any questions for me? And I'm like, I'm just really intimidated, man. I'm not one for speed. And this guy immediately looks at me, laughs, and he's like, then why did you choose the second fastest car in the lot? And I was like, immediately dawned on me. I was like, oh, fuck.
Because it was green?
Yeah. So then it's super intimidating because, again, I'm not for speed. And then this instructor, and I was warned ahead of time, the guy that like guided us to the cars, he warned me. He goes, okay, your instructor, Kevin, he was telling me, that your instructor, Kevin, he tends to really encourage you to speed. And it's like, that's not the word I would use. I would downright say bully. Bully or like, he's really intimidating and wanting you to push the pedal to the metal and literally unleash the beast in these fucking cars, especially in this one, in the Mercedes AMG. So tell me more of your experience, Felix. Well, more for the listeners because I already know.
The guy that I had was great. You know, I forgot his name. I think your guy's name was Luigi, right?
Yeah.
My dude just kept touching my thigh, and not in a sexual way. He was just like, "Come on, bro, floor it. Don't be a bitch."
That's funny.
Like, just go. And I think because when you can also buy the video of the whole experience. So when you saw yours, Kevin, I think your fastest lap was like 102.
Yeah, something like that.
My other two cousins, their fastest lap, I think one of them was like
59, something less.
And then Joey's was 59.
Yeah.
And then when we were all, by the way, in In-N-Out, amazing establishment.
Yeah, after the
definitely recommend the animal style French fries. Way to go. We were looking through the videos, and I'm like, oh, cool, man, I hit 58. And then I'm like, and then I started asking people, like, oh, what did you hit? Like 59. So my fastest lap, I mean, I think I wasn't the fastest car there, but 58 seconds in a 1.6 mile track.
It's crazy.
Never having driven that was fucking insane. And then the cherry to put everything on top. I know we got to talk about metal soon. We probably lost a bunch of listeners, but the cherry on top.
I'm sure people are enjoying this talk.
I think so. We got to ride in a car with a professional drifter, a professional race car driver, and stuntman that drove for the Fast and Furious franchise in an SRT Hellcat.
I think that video is the funniest one.
I think so because it has me, Kevin, and my cousin in the back. And this guy was just like, "Hey, you guys ready?" I was like, "Yeah, we're ready. Let's go." Boom, books it in a fucking. This is one of the fastest cars there is right now on the track, and he just books it. And we're drifting. He
drifts out the lot onto the track, and then drifts at every turn in Apex.
It's a whole show, and then we're drifting past other like cars and shit. It was ridiculous. I think we owe it to everyone to show that clip.
Yeah.
For everyone. So we're going to see if we can post it on Instagram. But yeah, I think that was an amazing experience.
Hell yeah. So then after that, that's when we had In-N-Out Burger, the West Coast only.
It was fantastic.
We're East Coast boys, so we don't have that here.
I also heard Jack in the Box is good. We didn't try it, and honestly, we weren't really looking for it.
The way I described it for other East Coast people that have never had In-N-Out Burger, or even Europeans that obviously don't have it either, it's like, to me, it was like a better burger than Burger King and better fries than McDonald's.
That's fair.
And I was like, that's the best way to sum up that combo. I didn't get to try the milkshakes because, again, I was sick, especially in the throat, so I wasn't going to have something fucking cold.
Right.
I think none of us had milkshakes, right?
None of us, but both my fucking cousins were there, and Kevin and I just got a regular, I think you just got a regular burger, and then, did you get animal style fries?
No, I got regular fries, but I got like a double stack burger.
Okay, right. I think I got the same thing, but I have animal fries, and then I see at Albert and Joey's plate when they finally sit down. First of all, it was massive.
Yeah.
And then both of them got the animal style French fries, an animal style burger, and a regular animal style burger that's double.
Yeah. And
then a regular double. And then when I asked him, like, why'd you guys get two? He's like, oh, what if I don't like the first one? They cleaned the whole plate.
I know.
They didn't fucking care.
They both ate both.
Yes, dude. I've never seen someone put away so much food. Well, the first night when we went to Grand Lux, Joey was next to us, and the big ass plate of shrimp and pasta.
Right, that's right.
And really, there's no way he's gonna finish that. I turn around, it's already halfway gone.
Yeah. When I got like an enormous plate the size of like a mini table, and I barely ate like just over 25% of it.
Yeah. I had Asian nachos. I had like two. Why the fuck did I get that? That was so stupid. I was on my fifth like Crown Royal and Sprite.
So what was after In-N-Out?
After In-N-Out, we took a nap. I think much.
But in between all this that we're saying, you gambled. You kept.
Oh
gambling.
Shit! Yeah. So I've never $200 for me.
Well, we were in Vegas, but
we were in Vegas, baby. So I get it. But I love the roulette. I'm pretty good at it. I want to say it's a game of luck or whatever. I had $200 cash. And I'm proud of myself because whenever I go on cruises, I usually go to the casino and I was like, I'll throw in $100, and then $100 tends to like just go away. And I'm like, you know what? Charge another 100 to the room and let me play with it. So I have this bad habit of sometimes I'm like, let me take out some money, you know. But I went to fucking Las Vegas with $200 cash. I could not believe that I was on the plane ride home, not having to ever take out money to play.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it, and I played. It's not like I played one time.
Yeah, because you kept
I
earning
played
back
every single night and every single day. I kept earning back. The first night I played it with $100. I walked away with a plus of $320.
Nice.
That $320 just lasted me the whole trip. Sunday we were all like kind of just eating shit. Went to the buffet. Where's Felix's money? It's fucking gone.
Yeah.
But I was in Vegas and I had a good fucking time.
And for me, I think I took out $200 cash just to have on hand. Mm. I think at least 100 was gone in roulette, but like at a loss. Like every night that I played, I lost.
For some reason, I can't believe that you lost. We gotta go to Vegas again, so you can you can try.
So again, so Saturday after In and Out, I can't remember. Okay, nap. And then that's the night that we finally went to the comedy club.
Yeah,
and that was great.
Yeah.
After that, damn, what was after that?
After that, we went straight to Tao.
To Tao, the Asian restaurant that's like beautiful. This enormous fucking Buddha in the center with this cool fountain. The entrance is this like curved tunnel-like entrance with like bathtubs, and little girls are in it, like with like flowers covering their privates and stuff like that. Yep. And even I'm like, what the fuck are we in for?
It was crazy because you don't expect it until you see it, and you're like, whoa, that person moved. Oh shit, what are they doing?
It's true. The first one I thought was a mannequin.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. Food was amazing, and then we got VIP, so we got bottle service on the top. Everyone just in Vegas, everyone wants to work for tips, so everyone was super nice.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We had a great fucking time.
To me, as I think, and we were saying off air, I think we would have actually had more fun with our fiancés there because they would have enjoyed it too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why for my Dirty 30, I already started throwing hints on all my friends, especially you, Kevin. We should probably go again with the whole crew. Because it wasn't terrible, the price for the towel, dinner, and the club. Yeah. So if we do it again, I think we'll probably have an even better time.
And I know my fiance would love that. She
exactly. And now we got the flight kind of like out of the way. Like we already know what to expect with the flight. The time difference sucks dick, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, we already did it literally in the worst airline possible.
Oh, and I had to go. Experience. I don't want to give too many details, but I had to go on a work trip the next day. So Buddy over here, while you were sick coughing up a lung, we arrived in DC. Jesus Christ. We arrived in Miami at 1 a.m. Eastern time, of course.
No, we got there. We got here a little.
Actually, we got here a little earlier. We got at 12:30.
It was just before midnight, and we were all like already leaving.
Yeah,
a little bit after midnight.
They got us home pretty quick.
Yeah, I was freaking home and like almost in bed already by like 1.
Yeah,
1:30.
Me too. So I got home, showered, eché un palo, ma que me repete, took a 2-hour nap, and then had to go straight to the airport to catch my flight. I don't want to give out too many details, but let's just say I had to go on another 3, 4 hour, 5 hour flight to then just knock out on the plane.
That's crazy.
And then go through meetings throughout the whole time and then come back home. Let's just say I was lagged. Kevin, you weren't able to even talk to me until Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
I was
It was like a whole week
backed up.
It was a whole week that we were so like not only like not in sync, but like not knowing like how either one of us were. I know you were dead by like Wednesday or Thursday.
Dude, you were back. Couldn't, bro.
And I think Wednesday, Thursday, I think that was the finals of the last days that I had already lost my voice. So there was absolutely no way I could do any podcast.
No. Fuck that.
I think by Thursday or Friday, I had finally gone to urgent care and gotten the diagnosis of
iron lung
of the respiratory infection. Yeah. So that's why I started taking
antibiotics.
The antibiotics. So that's been gone. I should be better now. I don't know if I sound any different. I am kind of need to clear my throat a little bit more here and there. So then that's the Vegas trip. We do want to move on, but I did want to bring up another funny thing that had come up. So this is kind of like now our news section before we get into our picks and then our review of the Burials album. So Felix, I saw this that Metal Hammer had posted, the Metal magazine. Mm-hmm. We'll see if I can send it to you now. Where are you? There you are. So you could see the same article and follow with me. It's the top 40 best nu metal songs. by Metal Hammer.
You said this to me earlier, right?
Yes, I did, but I know you didn't check it out.
I don't open your messages.
So I just thought,
fuck you.
So I just want to go over it just like really quick. I just thought it was so funny. So we're gonna go from top to bottom, so 40 to number 1.
Oh, holy shit! These are old songs.
Of course, it's new metal. God. It's new metal. So according to Metal Hammer, these are the best 40 top best.
Is it ranked?
40. Oh my god, top 40 best new metal. Yes, they're ranked
in order. Oh.
Yeah, it's in order. That's why they're numbered. So if you guys want to follow along, this is from an article from metalinjection.net. Telling from the article of I'm not sure if it's an article or the magazine of Metal Hammer. Oh, actually, Metal Hammer actually did make it a Spotify playlist. That's hysterical.
Assholes.
So number 40, El Nino, What Comes Around. Amazing.
I can.
You and I being Hispanic, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm surprised they made it this.
12-year-old me is ecstatic that they even made it on some list.
Oh yeah, of course.
So then the next one I've never heard of. Number 39. The band is A. The song Nothing?
They mean nothing to me.
I have no idea what this means.
Nope.
38 is not even a new metal band. Orgy? The song Blue Monday? Come on. That's industrial easily, at most. 37, 1 Minute Silence. The song South Central. I don't know who that is. 36, System of a Down. First System of a Down song. The song War. Are you serious?
I would say Sugar.
Yes. I would have said Sugar or Aerials.
Fuck. If you no, man. You can't go Aerials. Aerials is already on their third album. Yeah, you got to go Toxicity, or you got to go Sugar, or what's that?
I would have said Sugar.
What's the other one?
Is
it Toxicity? The I Cry When Angels Are Black?
No, it's Chop Suey.
You got to go Chop Suey.
That's on here, but further.
Is it?
Yeah, of course it is.
So War, I'm surprised with
War's weird.
Yeah.
So next one, another kind of strange one. Number 35, Deftones, My Own Summer.
That doesn't deserve to be there.
I get it. No, I get it. I that's a good song that started a lot of bands.
You call that new metal?
But
I call that like
that's where I get weird. I'm like, would I call that new metal? Maybe, sure.
Call it like
but that song being that low, if something would have been there, I'm like, it should have been something else. Like maybe change the House of Flies, and then maybe bring up My Own Summer, because a lot of bands, especially even deathcore bands, like that one a lot more.
Well, I mean, I would say. I don't know. I disagree with them being on this list, to be honest. In general,
no,
I know they influence.
They're
a lot
super
of people,
influential,
but I don't like that they're on the list. I guess that's my point with it. You know?
Next one, even worse. Incubus, Drive
doesn't belong here at all.
To me, I like the band. I love the song. Great song. But why is it on this new metal list?
Not at all.
Super strange. Next one, of course, Linkin Park.
That's of course yes.
But Linkin Park, one step closer. I would have thought that song would be higher.
It's 33. One Step Closer is pretty up there, man.
Right, but that's kind of low for a top 40.
Yeah, I would say, and they're very. Is Papa Roach on this list?
Yes, unfortunately, and higher than that song.
And Hoobastank beat One Step Closer. This is
so next one, Union Underground. I vaguely remember them. Turn Me On, Mr. Deadman. I vaguely remember that. That's kind of a deep cut for me. And of course, the next one for us, Static X, Push It.
Again, perfect. Shouldn't be 31.
It should not be that low.
They definitely belong on the list.
Right. Spine Shank, New Disease. That, I'm surprised it made on the list.
I'm surprised
I'm glad
still remember that band.
Hell yeah, of course, Spine Shank.
I remember this. I think I was playing some kind of video game, and that's when I learned. First of all, the new metal, or video games did more for new metal than new metal is not for new metal.
Yeah.
If you really think of Need for Speed, like all these
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Tony Hawk, like dude, video games were where it was at.
So 29 Evanescence, bring me to life, bro. Why?
Whatever.
What?
Bring me a better list. How's that?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. 28 Saliva, Click Click Boom. Why? Click Click Click.
How about Click Click to another list because this sucks dick.
Fucking crazy. 27. Hey, Soulfly, Bleed.
Fine.
Cool. Fine. I'm perfectly fine with that.
And it's 27.
Soulfly is right. My number. Soulfly is influential. That song Bleed is great. That's fine. I like that it's kind of like in the middle tier on the list, so I'm okay with that. Snot. I was a fan of them. I did. They brought that like very early, stupid early 2000s funk vibe to nu metal. Because again, it was before it was even called that. Mm-hmm. The song was Snot. Number 25, NERD or Nerd, as some people. Lap Dance. Why that song? To me, it should be like Rockstar. not lap dance.
Yeah, Rockstar would have been better.
One that you would agree, Machine Head from this day.
Machine fucking
Head.
Head.
Yes, Machine fucking Head. Perfectly found that. Now, why? Another Incubus song on number 23.
I don't think Incubus belongs in this list.
This song, yes. Certain Shade of Grey, yes.
But here's the thing.
Because it was that weird rock rap vibe with jazz.
Everything about them was weird rock, hip hop. You know what I mean?
Early on. Not like Drive. Drive was a borderline indie rock song.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really into Incubus. I don't see them as new metal.
I mean, speaking of new metal and rap rock, the next one, Head PE, the song Bartender.
I've heard of that band before.
Of course, we've heard of Head PE. They're the guys that literally dress like LA gangsters, and I think recently started wearing like masks.
I don't recently, so they're still around.
Yeah, they're still around.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
How about Taproot?
Taproot again and again. The fact that it's not Poem is kind of funny.
Remember, is 12 Stones in here?
No. Thank God.
Come on, bro.
12 Stones.
Remember 12 Stones?
Yeah.
More like 12 kidney stones.
And then, okay.
Horrible.
We're getting to me, is the most controversial part of the list, the last 20. Or the first 20.
This is,
I 20 to number 1.
The last 20. I like the last 20 because I can't believe we're making it down this list.
Dude, Edema Giving In. Not even the way you like it.
Why? Why not the way you like it? That's the best part. Kevin and I still have flashbacks to that song. And the catch
and I love that
when they're sleeping, the guy's sleeping.
And we send that video or like a screenshot of that video to each other randomly without context.
And it's like, oh my god. And then Flaw, of course, after that.
Flaw's not even on the list.
Why not, dude?
I don't know.
What's that stupid song that they used to have, bro? Man.
Payback.
Yeah.
You want it? It's done.
This genre is so stupid, bro.
And
Jesus.
Who was then Crawling in the Dark? Great song for its time.
Yeah.
Why is it within the first 20?
It's not that good.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, it was very influential to me. I think it was a bunch of millennials, people our age, writing this list.
Yes.
And then over-amping songs that they used to like back in the day.
Yes, and we're going to look at the next one.
Sugar, baby.
Dude, Butterfly by Crazy Town? Why is that anywhere near new metal band list?
Do you remember they got booed off the first time they were at Ozfest?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they were at Ozfest in first one, I think, in 2000. And they were booed off stage.
I wonder if they came out still wearing their shirts. The music video was...
Like I said, what's he doing now, bro?
Why?
I
rewatched the video today just because...
You did?
Because this list... Because I was like... Is that the singer with the dirt shirt? No, the singer's the one with all the piercings and he's shirtless.
Yeah, the other idiot.
There's a second singer in Crazy Town.
And he's the one with the hat. He's the one with the hat.
Yes.
Sideways, like, hey, look at me, I'm Van Wilder.
Why?
Because they're idiots, bro. Well, they made that.
Limp Bizkit Rolling.
Perfect.
Fine. Fine. A song that belongs, a band that belongs, a placement that is questionable.
I'm okay with it. I would like to see it a little higher. A little lower on the list.
We're not done yet.
Oh.
Corn Freaking Unleashed. Perfect.
Whatever. I get it.
Fine. No, to me, that's even a great song.
Yeah.
For considering new metal,
that's fine. It's them, so whatever.
Now we're getting there. Cold Chamber Loco. Cool. I was a fan. I'm a fan of Des Fafara. I love Cold Chamber. I love Double Driver. I'm a fan of that. I like that. Of course. Perfect. Slipknot, Wait and Bleed. Why the fuck is it number 14?
That should have been number 2.
That should be 3? Exactly. That to me, that's top 5.
Absolutely. Because no one else was doing it that good, that aggressively, and that more like hip-hoppy until then.
There's no other band or song that reaches those peaks than Wait and Bleed.
I don't know. There's not even another Slipknot song
that reaches
those peaks. Because the
run-off,
they spit it out.
So then now, think of it that way. Slipknot, Wait and Bleed, and Corn Freaking Unleashed and Limp Bizkit Rolling in a top 40 new metal songs.
Those are all solid
What songs could beat that? That we are now about to enter the top 10 soon-ish. We're on number 13. Kid Rock, American Badass.
No.
Not even Bought
to Go Wall.
Yeah, Bought to Go whatever. Not even that one. It's American Badass. The one that's easily, of his most famous stuff, the worst.
These are all like WWE intros.
Yes. You know that's exactly what I thought.
Jesus.
And then, of course, I like this one. Mudvayne Dig.
That's perfect. Because Chad... What's his name? Chad something?
Yeah, Chad.
I was going to say Kroger. This is not Chad Kroger. It's that style, that rap with screaming. It's perfect,
and just the right amount of heaviness and weirdness going on.
Yeah, exactly.
And we dug it. I love that.
It
song.
worked for
I still love
6
that
years.
album. Yeah,
and then it got really old, really fucking fast.
One that I actually don't even recognize. American Head Charge. Just so you know.
Let me tell you something. I'm not looking up anyone in this fucking list. Because it should have been assumed that everyone would know these people.
Right.
I don't know who the fuck that is. And then the other one that was in the top, nothing.
Yeah.
Fuck you. How's that? I'm not looking that up. And
so
they can't be that good.
So then now, top 10.
Here we go.
What?
There's one there that I can't wait to jump on.
I am visibly and audibly flabbergasted at this top 10. This top 10 is fucking, I have to say, half atrocious, half kind of awesome.
Yeah.
So top 10. Number 10. Disturbed Down to Sickness. Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect. To me, that's awesome. We are in for a perfect ride. Right. Drowning Pool Bodies.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
And it's right where it should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
In top 10, but not that high.
Not so high, but high enough.
Now, this next one. One, why? And two, why this song?
Right.
Alien Ant Farm?
Movies.
The song Movie. Not even Smooth Criminal.
No.
Movies. Why?
That had as much influence of hip hop as the first Lollapalooza. Like, you get why? There's nothing there.
Dude, Alien Ant Farm's movies, I think to me that was like a follow-up single of like, hey, we do more than just a cover song.
Yeah, which they did a great job, by the way. I think that cover song was fantastic. But
why is
it here?
Right.
No, fuck that. Why is it here?
Right.
Why is Alien Ant Farm in this list?
Why is it in this list at all? Why is it within the top? It's close to the top 5.
If they would have put it in like 34, 35, I would be like, that's stupid. Whatever, move on.
Right.
But it's in the top 10? No, sir.
No, sir. Next one, Deftones again. Back to School. This is a song I would have left and submitted. I'm like, yes, this is the definitive Deftones song for me that should be on any list. Top 10, I don't know, but fine. As long as it's not top 5, yeah. I'm okay with that. Linkin Park is number 6. Points of Authority. Why is this one over one step closer? Why is this over Crawling? Crawling's not even on the list.
Yeah. I want to say it's because this had more of the rap to it. Maybe that's.
Do you want to give it that? Really?
Because it's the one with Mike Shinoda does most of the stuff.
Yeah.
They forfeit the game, whatever the fucking thing. So maybe that's why it's so high. What was the other one that they put?
One step closer. I would have swapped them.
I don't know what the criteria are for this list.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I would love to be on Flop.
Metal Hammer is a prestigious but old farts, metal
and
magazine.
You can tell just from whoever puts this list together, they're our age, if not a little older.
They're probably older.
And they thought too highly of these songs.
Right.
But I would love to have a quick sit down with the person.
So now, this top 5, I think is so atrocious, but there are some gems there. Number 5 is POD Alive. I'll give them this song. Why is it anywhere near top 10? Or even top 5? And it's number 5.
No. I would say it like in the top 20.
Right. This is way too close. And especially
it was a good song.
It's followed by Papa Roach Last Resort. Get the fuck out of here. Just because every club could remix that song and everyone knows that song, any rapper or pop singing pop music enthusiast even knows Papa Roach Last Resort.
I'm going to disagree with you there. Only because it's way too good of a song. It was almost like they dropped that song in the right time, in the right era.
Right.
Because it was
but
so
in hindsight, we should know better.
Yeah, absolutely. But I see it. I'm happy with this. This is the only song I think that I'm happy with this placement.
Really?
Because
Jesus,
it's Papa Roach doesn't get any more new metal than that. The song that made them was this one.
It's true because after that they just went full on like emo alternative rock.
Yeah, I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah.
So I like this one. I like this one. Now the next one, I also like.
Number 3 is Sismo Don Chop Suey. I easily would say that this should have been number 1
over the current number 1. Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Because Chop Suey Chop Suey by System of a Down is literally dubbed like.
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it.
Everyone knows it. It's played at every rock and metal venue.
Yeah.
Before any rock and metal concert is played, and people sing along to it.
So with that said, of the top 5, if we're going to use that criteria, think we're at Revolutions Live, which is one of our favorite venues in South Florida. I really recommend everyone to check it out.
What's the only one we could go to?
We could go to Culture Room, but we choose Revolution Live. Out of the top 5, if you find yourself in Revolution Live, and each of the 5 are played, let's let that be our criteria and see if we agree. So 5, Alive by POD. I agree. I think people will sing along.
Yes.
People will know it. 4, Last Resort. It'll blow up the house.
Yeah.
It'll blow up the house. 3, that one should have been the one you save it with. Like,
yes.
That's like the last one. That's
like encore.
Exactly. That's your encore. Now let's go to number 2.
Now, number 2 is Korn Blind. I'm okay with Korn. I'm okay with Blind.
Not the
Blind should not be number 2. I would have said Freaking Unleashed
would probably be number 2. Yeah, exactly. Easily. Blind is very niche. You already like Korn enough to keep looking.
Or even Falling Away From Me.
Yeah. What's the other one? The one with the really the big intro of the bass.
There's Here to Stay.
Here to Stay is an amazing new song. So Blind is good, but Blind isn't something that everyone can listen to.
Not number 2.
Not number 2.
Top 40, sure, fine.
Yeah,
but not
you
number 2.
You can't sing in the criteria that we just mentioned. You can't sing along with Blind at a venue because it's just like okay.
No, that's when Jonathan Davis is the most indecipherable because that's their first album.
Right. So I mean, I liked it, but
I think Blind's from the first album.
Yeah. Is it Shoots and Ladders?
No, the first album is just self-titled.
Yeah. So yeah.
So the number 1 is Limp Bizkit Break Stuff.
Not even Rolling.
Not even Rolling. Not even Nookie. Dude, Nookie.
I would have respected Nookie.
Me too. If it was Nookie, even I would have been like, yo, that's stupid, but you know what?
I'll just do it now. Like, I'll just do it right now.
Exactly.
Dare me to. I'll fucking
do it. Dude, Break Stuff, that's like every Monster drinking Kyle anthem.
Yeah.
Why? Why is Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit number 1 on this list?
I don't know, man. It's a little weird. Some of the stuff here is good. I think we could probably do a better list than this.
Man. Of course. It makes me now want to do one.
Yeah. This should be an easy ask.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck you, Metalhead.
I could think of you know what's weird? I could think of a better song for each of these bands.
That's what we just did.
And right, because What Comes Around is great. There are more nu metal songs than that song for El Nino.
Right, exactly.
There are more nu metal songs for Deftones than Shove It and the other one. And Drive, yeah, doesn't fucking belong. Just FYI.
Alright, so we're finally going to get to our picks, like what we do here on Metal Core. I'm sorry that we're just over 45 minutes of talking shit, but hey, it was fun, it was funny. And if you didn't like it, fuck you, or at least just comment saying that you don't like it, and we'll try to do less talking shit.
No, we're not going to do it.
Which we won't, because we're best friends and we're going to keep doing it. So before we do our picks, I want to do a quick honorable mention of that's not within our picks, which again, our picks that we like to dub is something heavy, something soft, and then something random, which we have appropriately dubbed Chokes of Choice, Melody at the Moment, and Wildcard. But before that, I want to do something that is not either of our picks, but just something that either one of us heard or mostly I heard, and just kind of like, okay, I see why there's talks of it, like hype. But like, okay, I got into it, maybe not enough to have made it a pick. And my honorable, and I've dubbed that my honorable mention. My honorable mention is Signs of the Swarm, deathcore band, Vital Deprivation. The album is good, but it's a deathcore album. There are good deathcore albums. There are great deathcore albums. It's a fine deathcore album. It's not even, I won't even go as far as good. Maybe it's good for depending on, maybe at the gym or when you're really in the mood for those insane inhales and gutturals and pig squeals and insane like blast beats that all they do is lead into a fucking breakdown in typical deathcore fashion. So Signs of the Swarm is not that bad of a deathcore band. I don't see the hype. I see the hype in the singer. I don't see the hype in the rest of the band and their music. Again, I like them. I'm a passive fan. But then this new album, Vital Deprivation, after like 3 or 4 songs, I'm kind of like, I get it. I want to move on. I dug their singles like Crown. What is the Nail Crown? Jesus, and I had it here. Crown of Nails. That one's great. After Tempting Death, which I was not fond of. Crown of Nails is way better. And then one that is not a single that I have to say is probably my favorite is Malevolent Enslavement. Very death metal title there. But I like that one much more. It's a little, I want to say it's a little less deathcore and much more death metal. I know Felix is definitely not up your alley.
Fuck this.
Yeah. It's not up your alley. That's why it's like, it's not even my pick. So I can't even imagine how you would feel about it.
This is too much.
Yeah.
I mean, fine. If you like this type of stuff, sure.
But now, the props I'll give Signs of the Swarm is I really think that they've carved this little tiny corner in deathcore, this like micro subgenre within deathcore of this kind of like swampy, like grotesque vibe, almost kind of like grotesque core. I don't know if
like the music video Flaw.
Yeah, think like the
worms.
Payback video of Flaw made into a whole deathcore subgenre.
I like that.
Where it's all nasty and grimy and gross. With the music even matches that. Which again, the singer does a lot of inhales, a lot of gutturals over just insane drum fills and blast beats, while the guitars are super muddied. So it's this really grimy feel. So again, that's my honorable mention, not necessarily my pick. Vital Deprivation by Signs of the Swarm. Respectable, release, but just to me didn't make it. I get that other people are hyping it up and loving it, and maybe it'll be in your top albums at the end of the year. But hey, mad props. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. That just doesn't really tickle my pickle. So now let's get to our picks. Felix, let's start with you. Like always, tell me what's your chunks of choice this week.
Can't Swim. They have a new EP called Foreign Language. I wanted to go to the whole EP, but I really want to give highlights to the song Power. It's featuring Frank Carter. For those of you who haven't heard Can't Swim before, I fell in love with them initially because they were very bass heavy and their vocals are very chaotic, which is great to me. And they had, before this, they had a really big punk element, more clean vocals, which was good. Because it wasn't clean like a pussy clean. Like it was like a dirty pussy clean. That's the best way to put it. But it was, good enough, and I really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the way that the band kind of came together. It feels like a 3 to 4 piece band at max. But with Power, it starts fast. It loses some steam along the way, but it keeps that pace in your face. And it's only like a minute and 34, like a minute and 50.
Yeah.
But there's a lot there that shows you what they can do.
Well, not only that, I think that's a great pick from that EP.
From the whole EP, yeah.
Foreign Language. That I think it surmises this like new direction that they're heading. Like
I really enjoy it
because it's Can't Swim's like hardcore punk gone like
whoa,
like
it
levels heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, because I believe it was one of our picks, Filthy Rich.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it was mine.
But Filthy Rich was borderlining like almost mathcore.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, what is happening in this? And then some of the random like clean, not even clean singing, like clean hardcore shouts. I'm like, what the fuck is in this song?
I love it.
And it's awesome.
I love the chaos. It's fantastic.
It's this chaotic, non-mathy chaos.
Yeah. And the way the band conducts themselves makes it work. If they would do anything else, like levels off, things would start standing out. Like things would start saying like, oh, this doesn't really work. But it just all comes into very, cohesive. To me, personally, like Filthy Rich, for example, the bass intro is fantastic. I can't get enough of that shit. And the chaos adds to it. And I wouldn't say melody, but just like the chaotic melody just kind of goes with it.
It's weird.
So I love it, man.
It's cool, man. I appreciate and I'm impressed with a band that I can't pigeonhole. Like I can't categorize.
And from the start, that happened to me. Because this came out, I follow a page on Instagram, I think you follow them too, Instagram Breakdowns.
Yeah.
And they have a thing before, I don't know if they still have it. Shout out to Instagram Breakdowns too, they're a great page. But they had this thing where they would do the admin would post like non-metal Thursdays, whatever. And sometimes I would find myself like, oh, I can't wait to see what he's gonna come up with this time, because they were good, but they were good enough to just like, oh, this band's great. What else is on my feed? Can't Swim has been the only one that's been non-metal that I had to take back to me. Like I think I even wrote to the dude on the comment thread, like, this is great. Yeah. You can't keep this shit to yourself, man. Like this is great.
Yeah. Share this
shit, bro. And then that's how it just evolved. I looked at the earlier stuff. Earlier stuff was fairly similar. Your Clothes, The Way It Goes, and things like that. They were good songs, but they don't compare to this.
Yeah,
they don't compare to this. And I love it. I love seeing such a quick shift in only a couple of years. But like Filthy Rich, for example, they stay true to their core too. They have different little breaks here and there that still remind you that they're punk, but they're bridging it with hardcore.
Yeah,
and not just like a punk like. Super aggressive, but it's a very like almost Sleeping with Sirens type of punk with a really heavy hardcore. It's weird.
I would actually, in attempting to categorize them, or at least give some kind of analogy to compare Can't Swim to something else. I think they're almost like the heavy hardcore punk version of Primus, where Primus is super weird, out there, like funk rock. Because they're
hard to follow.
They're strange. They're a very strange band musically and tempo wise, especially their time signatures. So imagine that made or blended with hardcore, extremely heavy hardcore.
Yeah, I can see that.
That is Can't Swim, and even more so this foreign language EP, which I love. I think it's awesome.
I love it.
I'm glad that this was your Chugja choice. So for mine, and of course I always forget it because I'm a fucking idiot.
Carnal Beast, bro.
Carnal Beast. So the same vein of Signs of the Swarm, which was the honorable mention, this little brand and corner that they carved, Signs of the Swarm, of this like grotesque deathcore. A lot of bands are following. Lorna Shore is one of them. There's plenty of other ones that I can't remember the name of another one right now. Something Malevolent. Oh man, I'm forgetting. But one that stood out, and they're young. They're fucking crazy young kids, young guys. Shrine of Malice, the song Cardinal Beast is my Chugja choice. Shrine of Malice has really stuck out to me with every release. I'm just like, there's something here. These guys are doing something. And they reminded me of early Enterprise Earth, another deathcore band that really started shining with like very strangely intricate guitar work and just tempo changes and dynamics in deathcore is fucking unheard of, because that's where you're leaning towards something else, like you're not deathcore anymore. But Shrine of Malice has leaned more and more into borderlining death metal, but death metal in the sense of like atmospheric, and then I love the guitar work. I can't get over the guitar work. And mind you, I'm not a guitarist. I'm not a guitar enthusiast, and I love the guitar work. But a huge thing that shines in Shrine of Malice is the singer. I'm a big fan of high vocals, of those high pitched vocals. This dude, when he goes high, it's fucking unearthly.
He's not low.
No, man. I love even when it starts. Oh, rise, go crazy. It's such a crazy. It's almost anthemic.
Yeah.
And then the music fits him. It's deathcore. I constantly have to remind him, like, this is a deathcore band, but they're pushing that boundary further to heights that I don't think I've seen before. You're listening to it now, Cardinal Beast by Shrine of Malice. What are you thinking, Felix?
It's fast.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. Because I think another reason why I don't like deathcore so much is because a lot of it's usually slow.
Because it's always just littered with breakdowns.
Yeah, and that's fine. But that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed and I dipped my toes with Carnifex and Suicide Silence and all these bands that are on the heavy side, on the deathcore side, but they're fast. Because to me, it's not boring.
Right.
You know,
you can headbang
nonstop. Well, I mean, you'll probably have a broken neck by the end of the song, but the blast beats make it really interesting. And the high vocals make it like scary but cool.
Yeah.
You know, when you just have like a doomy vibe the whole time, and they are was murder. also does this sometimes.
Yeah.
That it's just very like gloomy and doomy. Like I get it, that's the vibe and the
yeah. That's just right. That's just their vibe.
But to me personally, it's very boring. So this is exciting for me.
Yeah.
Now, can I handle a whole album of this? Probably not.
Yeah.
But this song alone, Carnal Beast, is fast.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's the tempo's great. The eerie guitar solo towards the end is like cool enough to listen to.
Yeah.
So I like it. But the thing with me, and it's probably the same with a lot of people that don't love death metal or deathcore, you gotta just ease. You gotta go with caution. Some things you'll like, some things you're probably not gonna like, and some things that sometimes that'll happen in a span of like 5 minutes in a song.
Right.
So you gotta.
That's
like
take what you have. Fair warning, your ears will bleed.
Yeah, but the breakdowns are sick.
Yeah, and
the intro is amazing.
Those
the highs are great.
Yeah.
The drumming is amazing. The guitar work is good. It's not that it's not great. It's just this genre is not for great guitar work.
No,
this isn't Animals as Leaders, bro. Like you're not Tool, bro.
Yeah.
This is like for what it is. I think it's great.
I love it. I think it's awesome. That's why it's my choice again. As Cardinal Beast by Shrine of Malice. Now we're going to go to Felix. Back to Felix for what was your melody at the moment this week?
This week I'm going with Dance Gavin Dance.
Of course you would.
And DGD. I like DGD. You like DGD?
We both do.
Yeah.
We are both big fans of Dance Gavin Dance.
We saw him live.
I've seen him live more than once.
How many times have I seen him live? I think twice.
You've easily seen him twice because I've seen him at least one more than you.
We've definitely.
I think maybe seen him 3 times.
Yeah. I think that's right. That's about right. We definitely bring them up a lot. I think the last podcast we had, last episode, we probably brought them up a good amount of times.
Well, yeah, because of
we had someone there that was really good.
Ben Rosette.
That's right.
Man, he's in Strawberry Girls or founded Strawberry Girls, who has some members from
DGD.
Okay. Dance Gavin Dance. Who then other ones or the same ones I'm not sure are in Royal Coda, another one that we brought up.
That's right.
Last episode.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So the single they have now is Blood Wolf. It's nothing short of amazing. Nothing short of what you would expect from Dance Gavin Dance.
Very melodic.
Very melodic.
It's probably one of their softer songs.
And here's the thing: after the last album, I don't know what's soft and what's heavy with them anymore. Like I don't know how to categorize them, or at least the vibe that they're going for.
The last one was Mother. No,
the last one here was.
Man, I'm always so bad with that.
It wasn't Mothership. And we're having some issues with the internet.
No, Mothership was 2016.
Yeah, was it
Artificial Selection?
Okay.
Artificial Selection. That one was less heavy and showcased the least amount of skill level that Dance Gavin Dance usually gives us.
Exactly. So
still
I don't
good.
know. It was amazing. I still listen to it front to back. But I don't know. Something tells me this is going to be the new direction that they're going for.
More
most
singing.
of the song, more singing, and I don't object to it because it is what it is. They've continued to evolve, and they now know that Tillian works for them. The vibe of the band works for them, so it's only logical for them to continue in this direction. If they're gonna pussyfoot and go back to like being a little bit more distorted, it might not work, and I don't think they're in a position to take chances. So
I wouldn't say that. I think they're growing and they're just they're tired. They're like 6-7 albums in. They're probably tired of the heaviness and like the post-hardcore stuff.
And it opens up more of a fan base when you're not so heavy. John Mess, their vocalist that screams, he does a good job at inserting himself in these songs, just like this one. Blood Wolf again is what we're listening to.
I like I like him in spurts.
And that's exactly what he is. Yeah. He's in spurts. However, that song "Cocaine Cassie,"
that's all him.
That's bro. I live for that fucking song.
Yeah.
And they played it when we saw them. Holy shit! So the dude can sing. If he had a solo project, it would be very close to almost like.
I think he does.
I believe he
does. Yeah.
If he had that solo project might sound something like "Can't Swim," because his vocals complement a band like that. You know what I mean? So I just Can't Swim is a little more aggressive and a little darker. But I long story short, I like John Mess. I like how they insert him into these songs in like these 10 to 15 second intervals, and then just the right time.
Yeah, spurts.
And it just goes.
Yeah.
It just goes. Now, I will say seeing him live is fucking hilarious because he is standing still most of the time. And you can tell when we saw him live. Who did we see them with? August Burns Red?
No, Periphery.
Periphery. They were the headliner. So we just saw him, and he did his little thing, and then just stood there. And then Tillian is there, like, dry humping the air. All the guitarists, like, are there, like, flittering and shit. All these girls are going crazy for Tillian. And this guy's just there, is like, and he's standing like nothing, screaming, and then just puts the microphone down. So, yeah, you gotta take the good with the bad. I liked it, Kevin. I'm sure you did too.
I dug it. I gave my thoughts in between, your opinion. I dig it, but I do have a gripe of, like, it's a little too melodic, but it works.
It works.
Tillian's voice is great. The band does melodic stuff great. Their harmonies are beautiful. And I like the screamer in spurts, which is fine. It's just crazy that I could count the amount of spurts that he does in this song with one hand, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. So that was your melody at the moment. That's the song Blood Wolf by Dance Gavin Dance. So my melody at the moment this week is, and of course I'm always heavier than you. I'm always one extreme.
Always.
So it's, I believe they're Japanese. I don't want to get this wrong.
Oh, hold on.
But my fucking internet is not working well. I know for sure they're Asian, but the band.
How do you know that, Kevin?
I've seen the music videos.
Oh, so now everyone that is Chinese is Asian?
Yeah. It should be the other way around.
Are you sure?
Fuck you, racist.
No. Are you telling me all Koreans look the same?
Well,
bro, stop, bro. Come on, bro. Not all Filipinos look alike.
Oh, God. Maybe at the beach. Okay. So, the band is Earthis. The song is Suicidal Temple. This song fucking kicks ass. Now, why is it my melody at the moment?
Please tell us.
Because, yes, it's heavy. And they almost borderline Crystal Lake.
That's the vibe I put down.
Yeah. So then now, why is it the melody at the moment? Is also why I could distinguish them from Crystal Lake. They have so much more melody than Crystal Lake. They play with it more. And even their, like, almost hardcore shouts in, like, the chorus, it gets really melodic. It gets very harmonized. And it's fucking dope. To me, that harmony in the chorus, that melody, I couldn't get out of my head the first time I heard the song in Suicidal Temple. It's so cool. And then the singer still screaming in the chorus, but to a more melodic part. And mind you, it's not like the thing that you hate, Felix, where the band slows down. Hell no.
Nope.
They're still going balls to the wall the whole song. But they literally bring out a melody.
Yeah.
It's like a new layer comes out during the chorus. And I'm like, that's the melody. That's my melody at the moment. Because that's the one I could not get out of my head after I heard it. There is like a cool like little interlude in the midsection and whatnot. But the singer's still fucking screaming. And when he does that belch, oh my God, man. And that nasty breakdown is so sick.
I'm trying to compare their... Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe you'll like if I'll say this and you tell me like where I really want to say. But I pick up a vibe there from After the Burial it's not After the Burial.
But
there's something there.
They sound so much like Crystal Lake.
They do, and I like Crystal Lake
because Crystal Lake has spawned, or I don't want to say spawned because for all I know, maybe there was bands before that, but they have really solidified the Japanese metalcore scene.
Yeah.
To the point that like Rio, the singer, he's featured in almost all of those bands. Yeah. End of Days. What's the name of the other Japanese one that I really like? I think even Earthis has a song featuring Rio from Crystal Lake. Yeah. But Earthis doesn't need the help. I think they already sound
they
as
sound
skilled
good,
as Crystal Lake.
There's something there that I can't put my finger on. And it's just the way that they're using the band. It has nothing to do with the singer. He's great. But the way that they're navigating through this song and the way they're shifting, and as you mentioned, like the melodic portions that are shifting the song without being melodic, but they're still being melodic. Something's there.
I know what you mean. The After the Burial vibe, it's very much like the After the Burial album of In Dreams.
Yeah,
when After the Burial went more metalcore. Yeah. So they're still heavy, but they added this like melody.
Right,
layer.
and it works.
Yeah.
But they're doing it better. Like Earthis does it better. Yeah. Earthis does it better. You know what I mean? So it was weird, but I'm glad we talked through it.
Because I think the problem with After is once they try to go melodic, they try to do clean singing when that singer Anthony couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying it just didn't fit or suit the vibe.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah.
Right.
It still wouldn't work. They try it now.
Earth is not trying that.
Yeah.
He's still screaming.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. So again, that's my melody of the moment. The song is "Suicidal Tempo" by Japanese's Earthis. I believe the Japanese. I
swear to God, if they're not Japanese,
bro, and I've been so.
If they are not Korean,
they are Japanese. Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
All right.
Which makes sense. Again, I know there's a song featuring Rio from Crystal Lake, and he tends to do it with other Japanese metalcore bands, which is a great fucking scene. End of Days. It's Crystal Lake, Earthis, and I know there's another one that I'm forgetting, but they're all fucking top notch.
I think Japanese culture is really blend. Japanese dudes have like the flyest fucking sneakers always. You've never seen this?
That was the weirdest fucking hot take.
Okay, so hold on a second. Hold on. Now that you opened up Pandora's box here, Japanese dudes that are in the swag, they have so much more swag than we do. Bro, I promise you, bro. I've seen them motherfuckers on pictures. They have like the Balenciaga jackets, the Adidas 3-stripe, things or whatever. You've seen the music videos of these people.
Yeah,
they're swagged out like more than us. So it's crazy that they've like.
Maybe because they get it quicker since everything's made in China.
That's what it is. It's the Silk Road, bro. It's the Silk Road. But listen, I only brought that up because it's crazy how Western culture is such a presence in Japan. It's just ridiculous. I'd love to go there.
But they're always like behind like almost a decade. So it makes sense why metalcore now is so big.
It's blowing up there
when we've so far along have moved.
But then again, they've been known about Hello Kitty for a long time. And we just recently found out about it. So who's really at fault there?
It's funny because I've actually even stumbled across like Japanese metalcore. It's pretty dope. I mean, deathcore.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I'm like, this is strange.
Well, they have the Suicide Forest there.
They have a what?
Well, you didn't know that? Behind Mount Fuji, there's a name for it, but it's the Suicide Forest. People go there. They made that stupid movie from the chick from the Game of Thrones.
I misunderstood forest. I thought you said force. So I was like,
Suicide Force?
I was like, what?
So when you sign up, you like subscribe, you're like, oh, your turn.
Right. I'm like,
get in the van.
You get drafted?
You get drafted? Oh my God. This has gone way too far,
that's
bro.
Awful. I'm like, if you want to kill yourself, just fucking do it. Why do you have to get...
Well, there's a forest.
You get put on like a 6-month wait.
Right? That seems counterproductive. At that point, the 6 months, you're like, oh shit. Well, I paid off my house. Fuck, man, my dog's going to have puppies. I don't want to miss out on that.
All right, stop talking shit. Tell me what was your wild card.
My wild card. Strawberry Girls.
Speaking of the devil,
they have this song called Tasmanian Glow.
No. It's the album.
Well, you talk about the album. I'm talking about Tasmanian Glow.
All right, fine. Talk about Tasmanian Glow.
I like Tasmanian Glow.
The album is called Tasmanian Glow.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, no, I want to talk about Love Trip. Love Trip was the one that I really liked.
Off of Tasmanian Glow.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I'm just going to say, this is amazing.
This is better than before.
This is what I've been looking for so long because I've wanted the melodic parts of Dance Gavin Dance without clean vocals and without screaming and without the heaviness.
There's more jazz to
instrumental. And jazz fusion. Give me jazz fusion, funky Dance Gavin Dance technical guitar work.
Yeah.
Instrumental. So and this is what that is.
I don't want to talk shit about all these other bands that we really like and enjoy. Like Yvette Young and Chun and Prolific, they're all fantastic.
Covet, Plini.
I don't want to talk shit about them. But I've always known there was something special about these dudes.
About Strawberry
Girls. And I before, like, their stuff was good, but it wasn't as good as this. I don't know what happened to them. They decided to, like, just put everything, like, in one batch and stir it. But in particular with the song Love Trip, you can kind of see what they were going for. It has a lot of different elements. It's quick, it's slow, it's fast, but then it takes little turns, here and there. The little bridge is so like melodic and it has so many layers of harmony that it's beautiful. The best way to describe it is beautiful. the EP alone is great.
From before.
It's great. You can play it from start to back. No one will interrupt you. And what I love is that every single song is catchy. How do you do that without any vocals?
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. I love it. Kevin, what's your take on it?
I 100% agree with you. This that's how I said in the beginning. I wanted this. I wanted something like this. I've wanted, since I've discovered, profound love for instrumental, even way back when with Animals as Leaders and Pelican, and then moving more forward, like my God, what was
Intervals is good.
Intervals, Chun, Covet, featuring Yvette Young, and then Strawberry Girls featuring our boy Ben Rosette. Dude, this is something special. Where Covet went the more cool melody route with the tapping and strumming, and then Chun went more jammy, like jammy rock band vibes, and then Polyphia just went this weird.
They have their own style,
right? Poppy.
I don't even like talking about them. It's
right.
I don't even say poppy. It's just like this, like trap, like rap type of vibe.
Pop.
It works for them.
It's some kind of pop fusion.
Yeah,
and then Pliny does this more naturalistic vibe.
Yeah,
which is cool. And then Cloud Kicker, Ben Sharp. Cloud Kicker, that dude's on. He's the definitive of, like, what you hear about, like, books or like a certain author, and there's always that one eccentric author that he lives out in the woods by himself and he's pumping out books after books and just from his imagination without interacting with humans.
Like Shakespeare?
No, but not like Stephen King. But there's like,
I think Dean Koontz did that a couple times.
Right. They would isolate themselves.
Yeah.
To me, Cloud Kicker is on that. I know Ben Sharp is not an isolationist, but the music feels like it's untouched. Like nothing gets anywhere near sounding what like Cloud Kicker does. Weird ambience. What Strawberry Girls does is like this, like fun jazz fusion, funk, almost dancey vibe of instrumental.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that. Like, I compare it to like Dance Gavin Dance, but yeah, like all the hard stuff is removed and all the vocals are removed, and there's no post-hardcore part of it. It's just the technical guitar work played instrumentally with jazz fusion, and I'm like, this is fucking incredible. This is what I want to put on every morning, first thing, and listen to it while I'm in the shower, because this is fucking awesome. This gets me ready for my day, and I'm so glad you chose this as your wild card, because if not, I would have. And again, this was Tasmanian Glow.
That's right. So speaking of that, what did you choose for your wild card?
So my wild card, of course, something heavier, is this song called "Grit" by this band called Graphic Nature. It is not that new, but it is finally on streaming on like on Spotify and Apple Music after God knows how long it was on YouTube. It was on YouTube since I want to say September or something. It just took forever to come on streaming platforms. So this band, I want to compare them to maybe Year of the Knife, or another one that we like. Oh my God, the Rhode Island guys.
Knock Loose?
No, not Knock Loose. They're from Kentucky.
Rhode Island.
Bro, fucking, I just saw them. And I love them. Sanction. So think Sanction if they were less grindcore and more just straight up hardcore. So it's a hardcore that borderlines grindcore, because clearly there is something
There's amazing drumming in this song.
Dude, probably why I really dug it. That, and I love the screaming vocals. Yeah. The vocals is like muddled with the guitar work, because it is almost like borderlining guitar, but what makes it hardcore is the drumming.
Yeah.
It's this really hardcore punk drumming that, to me, like, it's the foundation of the song. It's the foundation of the band. I can't really say much more than that, other than it struck a perfect chord for me. A gripe I had. It's a minor gripe. It reminds me of like Stray from the Path, in the sense of they have this new metal vibe to them. So when we were talking about like top 40 list of Metal Hammer of like Deftones, it has that vibe that it's the heavier part because Deftones is mainly known for the melody stuff. I'm talking about old Deftones, like Back to School and
like the good shit.
Right, the old stuff.
You don't pick up a Spit It Out vibe from this?
Okay. Yeah, like Slipknot, like also like
the drumming is all Joey Jordison.
Yes.
That might be why
less intricate because Joey Jordison has always had like a crazy drum.
Well, yeah, because they
this sounds simplified.
Yeah. But it sounds simplified, but the drummer's still working a lot with it.
Yeah.
Because there's something simple about
but he's holding, you can clearly tell he's holding the song
him,
up.
Dude. Yeah, it's all him. It's crazy.
Because if it wasn't for him sounding so crisp and keeping such a great beat.
They down-tuned the snare head, didn't they? Like, it doesn't sound as poppy as it should.
I believe it sounds like a piccolo snare drum, which is slimmer.
Okay, maybe.
Slimmer, so it pops.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's popping and it's
definitely different.
Yeah.
It's definitely different.
It's a style of drumming that I've never seen, and what I'm thinking that the band is going for is like almost grindcore, like a very crusty hardcore. Like that's why I said like You Have the Knife, Sanction, and stuff like that. Or like even you saying like knock loose, but definitely much more like Sanction in the lo-fi grindy sense. That's why it's like kind of like a crust.
I like that though.
It's cool. Yeah. It's really cool. But what makes it very different is that drumming. It sounds like it's like what we said. It's popping. It's popping like hardcore punk. And I'm like, this is cool. This is a blend that is rare, and it's rare not only to hear it but to hear it work, and it's dope. Again, that's the song "Grit" by Graphic Nature. Before we move on, did you want anything else?
No, I liked it. I liked it.
I hope there's something new because this is the only thing you're seeing them on Spotify, right? That's the only thing you saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope for something new from Graphic Nature because it's fucking cool. Again, like my gripe was like, it reminds me a bit of new metal, but more in the vibes of like Straight from the Path. But it's dope. I like it. So now we're gonna finally move on to a review. I'm not gonna linger on it too much because it's not a band, not even an album that we both really dug that much. Just it's a band. Again, it's an album that was getting a lot of hype, and I'm saying a lot of talk about it. So I was like, all right, I guess that's the one we should review because we can't do another episode of an instrumental because I was leaning towards, and so were you, Felix, of doing Strawberry Girls.
Yeah.
But I knew we needed to talk about the Burials in Darkness album. At least do a mini review, so that way we won't do a full review because I don't even remember all the songs. But I do know that they went a very different route with this fucking album. So quick pretext for Burials. Burials is a brocore band. I say brocore because they are hardcore / deathy, deathcore-y hardcore, where they sound very brocore. This is music that you only play at the fucking gym, kind of like Kublai Khan. I'd say Kublai Khan does it better, but Burials, since they've started with Pain, damn. Oh my god, Pain, the one that has the song Anything to Numb. I can't remember. They've been on a trajectory that's very different than what other brocore and deathcore bands are doing. And I kind of have to give them props for that, where this record is very different. And I kind of like how the motif of In Darkness, it's a reoccurring phrase that the singer says throughout songs. There's a song called In Darkness, the self-titled, the title track. I get the vibes of it. It is eerier, it is darker. There's slower, doomier things that I know, Felix, that you and I were not fond of. I don't mind doomy in deathcore, but in this kind of like brocore, hardcore, it's strange. I've never heard it done this way.
Yeah.
And especially where they do songs where, and again, bringing back Deftones, they do it in almost Deftones vibe. And it's kind of cool. I have to give them that. My gripe with it is like, it's been done better, because I am a Deftones fan. Mm-hmm. So it's been done, but better. You're just doing something that's been done and just doing it with your brand of hardcore,
right.
/deathcore. And it's working. It's just different. It's cool. Mm-hmm. It's just done for the first time. I don't know how to feel about it yet. You're listening to it now. Okay, hold on, Felix. So to tell you and listeners of songs of borderlining that like Deftones vibe, it's like songs like Safe Room. Is it Safe Room?
Save Room?
Save Room.
Safe.
No. Damn it. It's the one that said, you bring me closer to God. I think it's I Suffocate. No, that's one of the singles. But I Suffocate, I think, is my favorite.
Yeah.
Because it's the slower. I love, again, back to that drumming. I love that drumming style of like funk, hardcore punk. And then played with their brand of this bro-y core. To me, it's cool. A gripe I've always had with Varios is the singer, man. There's something about it where it's muddled just enough that it could hide maybe some kind of lack of skill or some monotonous. But it's just like, dude, you could be better if you just practice more.
Do you remember when, what's this band, bro? When there's a certain band that came out, and then now they're huge. But when they came out, I hate to say that, I forgot. But there was a band that I used to listen to, kind of like the Poison the Well days.
Okay.
I just forgot the name. And now they blew up. Who sings Carry On? Cherry On. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, All That Remains.
No.
Yeah. Cherry On.
Cherry.
Oh, Parkway Drive.
Parkway Drive. Do you remember when Parkway Drive first came through?
Yeah.
They were doing this with the vocals.
Yes.
And
until he got better.
Until he got better. So I always thought, I was like, why are they producing it this way? And I was very early into like listening to that type of music anyway. So I didn't think anything of it. I just, listen to whatever. I'm listening to the song I Suffocate, one of my favorites of the album. But I hear that, that consistently through the album, which I don't like. I don't like when vocals are distorted that heavy and that low.
And it's done. That's the band. Poorly. Yeah. That's not on the album. That's the band.
I don't like it.
You're right.
I don't like it. And to me, it throws it off. First of all, let me just start by saying this isn't going to be in my top anything. I agree. I love the album.
And not mine either. But I think it might be like a dark horse, like a wild card, like on the side, like an honorable mention, because it's cool. It's something different. It's different. Nothing sounds like this right now. Varios never even sounded like this before. Oh, I found the song Romance. Dude, it sounds like deathcore. God damn it, Deftones. But done with hardcore. It's super eerie.
I like the way they've used the bass
and the drumming. I think the drumming is what sticks out.
It's good. But that could, to me, that only gets me so far. Yeah. And when it's done slowly, it's for me, it's more impactful when it's done fast.
Yeah,
good.
Well, for both of us,
slow. Yeah, then slow and like kind of dragging. So I didn't love that. Romance, yeah, it sounds like Deftones.
It's
but
weird.
Chino does it better, bro. Like,
of course, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I completely get where you're coming from. Why bring that back and put your take on it when no one else is doing that? You know what I mean? And I get it. You want to be different. You want to be unique. And I encourage that. But does it work? I don't see it working. And not that I don't want it to, but I don't like the direction that it's going.
Yeah.
I
think what really boggles it down, and it's for both of us, is the vocals. To me, it's been a problem with Varios where I kind of thought Varios was going to go the Kublai Khan route of just stay brocore and just stay in your lane. Sit down, shut up, keep doing what you're doing, and it's going to be fine. But they kept changing since that last album. God damn it, man. And it's pissing me off that I can't remember the name of that last album. Pain Again. God damn it, it's only so simple. Pain Again. Since Pain Again, they've been changing the direction of adding other things to that element. And it's kind of I don't know if it's working. It's cool that you're trying something new, but you're already an almost barbaric, oversimplistic brocore band. Why are you blending other things?
Yeah,
you get me. And the worst part is they're not blending other things and getting more intricate. They're blending other things and still sounding barbarically oversimplistic.
I would encourage everyone to check it out, just so they can come out with their own.
To me specifically, Romance, I Suffocate, Wound is another single. Damn it, there was another one that I really Death Song. Death Song is cool because throughout the album, there's a recurring thing where they use a lot of synth. And then especially synth drumming, with the drumming. And I'm cool, again, weird. Why? But cool, I guess. I guess we're doing this review and we both don't really have a full grasp on how to review this album.
It's a tough one. It's a doozy.
And I think it's even on them. I think they don't even know what they were going for on this album. That's why Valley is so long.
Yeah.
It looks like they never rejected. Bro, there's 15 songs.
I was surprised when I was going through the amount of songs on the album.
15 songs. It seems like they never rejected anything because they never had a clear idea of what they wanted to do.
Fuck it, send it.
Yeah.
Run it, see where
That's why you get Death Song, Eye Against Eye, Fear, Bleeding, In Darkness, Romance, I Suffocate, and Wound are somehow all on the same album. When it sounds like that should be like
I Suffocate alone should be a completely different album.
Yeah, and Romance.
Yeah, Romance. So
it's a strange album. This was our mini review of In Darkness by Burials. We kind of dug it, don't love it, but hey, props to Burials for
they tried something new. They tried something new,
right?
You
something new.
That.
I'm always gonna encourage bands to think outside the box and do something else. But if you're gonna do something else, like why are you only blending it with what you're already doing?
Yeah.
If like how Felix says, you go big or you go home.
You jingle or you jingle all the way.
So that was our review of In Darkness by Burials. Once again, we are Metal to the Core podcast. You can find us on all social media.
What?
We got a Facebook page.
Fuck out of here.
Instagram.
Nah.
Metal to the Core podcast. At Metal to the Core podcast on Instagram. And we are on Twitter.
Get the fuck out of
Twitter, where we post
chirp, chirp, chirp.
All the direct links to the episodes. But since the name is too fucking long, it doesn't fit on Twitter. So on Twitter, we are at MTTC Podcast.
MTTC.
Yeah.
Most tits that count.
Dude is just Metal to the Core.
Fine.
So then we are also available on all podcast platforms: Apple, Google, Stitcher,
Spotify.
Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify. Thank God. That's like the majority of our listenership.
It's our bread and butter.
And YouTube. So please subscribe.
Smash that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. And stay tuned. Comment below.
Yeah. Give us comments. Tell us what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right. Hey, we love you, Andre Kovasi from Belgium. Please stop commenting. Give us time give the other fans space to comment.
Come on, bro. Don't be a hog.
Don't be a hog.
Oh, that's funny.
We have to give him a shirt or something, man.
We have to. You know what? You're getting one.
Yeah.
You're getting one, Mr. Andre.
So, thanks, guys. We'll be here hopefully next week. God knows what the fuck we're going to review. We don't know.
Saint Anger.
Hopefully I'm not sick again because I feel my throat giving out about to give out again. Saint Anger. God damn it. So later, guys, and
stay metal.